My name is Peter, founder of Tiger Tutor, a Princeton University graduate, and for the past 13 years, my team and I have helped students get into some of the best schools in America, including some of the colleges you see here behind me. Parents often ask me, Peter, how do I get my child into a top college? Should I send him to a private school or public school? Is it worth it? What should I do? In today's video, I'll be talking about whether a private school could improve your child's chances of getting into a top college. Now, today's topic is very personal for me. It is because I went to both a public school and a private school. Up until 8th grade, I went to a public school, and for high school, I went to a private school. In my experience, a private school was absolutely worth it. It fundamentally helped me improve as a student and definitely helped me get into a school like Princeton. Now, in particular, in my situation, I enjoy that my school offered what's called the IB program, which stands for International Baccalaureate, internationally recognized across many universities. In addition, I appreciated that I had a smaller music department because I was always playing the piano and the oboe growing up, and a smaller faculty there was able to help me and support me as I competed on a regional and state level. And in addition, I play tennis. I enjoy it. I've always been competitive with it. And my particular high school had a top-ranked high school tennis team. So those were all pluses for me to join a school like the one I did. And it helped me thrive and it helped me achieve my academic goals. The answer is unequivocally yes. What a lot of parents don't realize or sometimes are not aware of is that many of the private schools are top feeder schools into the top colleges. What do I mean by that? Think about a pipeline. There are certain schools across America that every year will get X amount of students into a top college. If you look at it historically, statistically, it's just facts. For example, if you're interested in Princeton, go to Lawrenceville. If you're interested in Harvard, go to Exeter or Andover. If you're interested in Yale, go to Choate or Hotchkiss. Every year, these schools get in a lot of students, relatively speaking, into these respective colleges. The same is not true at other private schools. I'm happy over the years, again, we've been seeing this for over 13 years, having a front row seat as to who gets in, who doesn't, what schools they went to, etc., that a lot of our students have gotten into the top schools, like I mentioned, like the ones you see here behind me. For example, we had a student who through 4th grade went to a public school. His mother was not pleased. She wanted more for him. She called us for English writing and reading help. So starting in 4th grade, we started working with him. He enrolled at a private school through 8th grade. Did okay, was on a good trajectory. He improved a lot since 4th. But she wanted even more for high school. So we helped prepare, and he went to Andover. Andover served him well, where he thrived in classical studies, math, physics. Proud to say, that student is currently a sophomore at Harvard University. In addition, we have other students who are very much gifted in math, science, but also Latin, Greek, and they work in specific niche programs at their private schools. And with our help, we're able to increase their SAT scores, ACT scores, their GPAs, very much factors that are key in the process. And students like her went on to win speech and debate competitions, win Latin exams, national exams, right? You want to win. You want to be competitive. You want to have accolades. And she went on to Brown University, where she studied applied mathematics. So we want to see all of our students win and succeed, but please remember that private schools could very well be the differentiator in opening up the opportunities come college admissions time. If you're considering a private school, I would encourage you to think about 3 questions. First, do you think your child can thrive in a competitive and challenging academic environment? Number 2, do you think your child could benefit from smaller class sizes? And number 3, do you think your child can take advantage of unique academic opportunities available at a private school? What colleges care about, regardless of the name of the school your child attends, is if your child challenged him or herself based on the opportunities available at that particular school. If you currently attend a public school and a private school can offer your child more APs, more independent study, then that is a way for your child to challenge him or herself, and naturally that private school could be a good option because the colleges again want to see the academic challenge in the high school years. Now over the years, I'm proud to say a lot of our students did go to private schools for many good reasons. To give you some examples, a couple of years back we had a student, she grew up in northern New Jersey. She went to public school all throughout her life, even through freshman year in high school. But she was a very competitive swimmer, she was a gifted mathematician, and mom and dad wanted more for her. So they called and they asked for help to get her into Lawrenceville. So we went through the process, we helped her with her SSAT, we helped her with the essays, the interview, making sure the profile looked the way it should. And I'm happy to say she got in for 10th grade and she went on to have a successful career at Georgetown, where she attended college. Another student who decided to go to private school happened actually to be two students of the same family, two brothers who were separated by 2 grades. They were gifted mathematicians as well, but their focus was golf. And their local public school really didn't have much of a golf offering. So naturally, their parents wanted them to accelerate and thrive in what they were interested in, what they were good at. And so we helped them identify a school and really push them to not only excel academically, but ultimately with athletics as well, which served them well for their college admissions. So private school for many students looking for a niche opportunity, whether it's through athletics or academics, could very well be the option for your child. Some of you may be wondering, how difficult is it to get into a top private school? Frankly, some of the admit rates for some of the private schools are lower than at some colleges. The issue at hand is the following. Most private schools have entry points in the following years: kindergarten, 6th grade, and 9th grade. These are the years your child has the best chance statistically to be admitted. That's not to say that they can't go for 4th or 5th or 7th or 8th or even 10th, like I shared earlier with one of our students who was admitted as a 10th grader. But that's based on attrition, which simply means if there are spots available for whatever reason a student had to leave or was asked to leave, then that possibly could be for your son or daughter. So when you read on the brochure, spots are limited, that's not brochure jargon, that's real. It actually is limited. So please note that these class sizes, of course, are capped. In addition, you should also note as parents that the private school admissions is pretty involved. They want essays, they want transcripts, they want standardized test scores. That's the differentiator for many schools for the students that they're evaluating. They also want essays from parents. They will interview you. They want to get the full picture of your family, your son or your daughter, and what that would look like in their particular school community. So, yes, you may ask, is it worth it? It's true, some of these schools are pretty pricey. Some of them just as much as what you'll pay for a college tuition. But if you know what your academic goals are for your child, if you would like for him or her to really excel and achieve success as a doctor, an engineer, a computer science, in business, then the tuition fees could very well be worth it. So I invite you to evaluate school by school based on the opportunities that the top colleges could provide based on the school that they go to. And in fact, in my eyes, once they get into a top private school, it could very well be easier to get into a top college. Tiger Tutor is all about helping students be advanced, to be challenged, to be motivated, to reach academic success, right? That's what we're all about. So ultimately, if your child is looking to apply to a private school and needs help with ISEE prep, SSAT prep, the essay help, interview prep, all very important, we're here to help. If your child already goes to a private school, but frankly you're not pleased with the private school and you want a better private school, which is the case for many families, then we're also here to help, right? We know what the transition looks like. Let's make it work. So if you have any specific questions regarding your child, based on the state that you live in, or the academic opportunities available to you based on where you live, please feel free to reach out and give me a call. And likewise, if you have other questions that were not answered in this video, please do leave them below in the comments so we can try to answer them in our next video. This is the Tiger Tutor Success Channel, where we give parents and students tips on how best to navigate the American educational system. Like and subscribe for more free content, and leave questions below in the comments so we can address them in future videos.